Hello, my name is Tracy Lawson Jr., and this PowerPoint is over the clips discussions. Question 1. What are your key learning from the clip? The teacher allowed for the students to discover what the word means based off the context clues. She gave them a short amount of time to address each question they were given, which makes each student have to write down an answer in case they are called upon. She used the method of having every student write in the same place to easily identify the trend amongst the students. How did this information impact your thinking? I think it's a great way to teach your students. Many teachers don't allow for students to come up with their own answers and are quick to answer the question for the student. Also, at the 3:07 mark, the teacher calls on the student to give her definition. This allows for the student to give their understanding of the word and lets the teacher know that the student has comprehended the answer. It makes it easier to understand what students are understanding and what could be identified as difficult. Question 3. What information will you take with you and implement as a teacher? Why? I will take the trust that she has in her students to come up with the answer. I want them to be able to learn the answer without me giving them all the answers. Students should be given the trust to understand something without teacher hovering or fussing at them all class. I will use the method to help identify where my students' strengths and weaknesses are in the class. According to the text on page 40, using the standardized format, it allows for less disruptions in the classrooms. It allows for the teacher to find in the same spot on everyone's page what they are identifying what they understand. This allows for a classroom to flow smoothly as students are able to express what they know and the teacher gives feedback on what the students might have missed. Clip 6, question 1. Students are taught that getting the right answer is beneficial for moving on with the independent practice. The teacher gave each student a firm, positive tone whether they got it right or wrong. She did not discourage the students who got it wrong, but rather just stated that it's time for them to do the problem on the board instead. Question 2. It was almost as if the students were excited about getting to the independent practice. Most students took their time with doing the work, and it allowed for many of them to get it right. For those who might have missed them, they didn't rush to get finished, but rather thought about the problem some more. Question 3. I want to incentivize work in a way that the teacher did for her students. The kids were really excited by being able to do their work right away, before moving on to the independent practice. She valued the quality that students had done rather than who was the fastest student. According to Teach Like a Champion, page 51, affirmative checking is making the students get confirmation on the work being correct. This must happen before the students move forward onto another activity. This allows for students to instill that quality work will beat speed because the next activity is like an incentive. This also allows for her as the teacher to be able to find everyone's work in the same place for much easier feedback. Clip 9, question 1. The teacher did not give up on the student when she did not know the answer. He allowed for another student to give her a hint, which he then gave positive reinforcement with snaps for the student helping. This instills a sense of warm welcoming in the classroom when a teacher doesn't give up on you and gives positive reinforcements. Clip 9, question 2. This was a great way to teach in any classroom setting. The teacher creates a positive atmosphere for students to learn and feel comfortable answering questions when they might not know it. It allows for feedback and help from other students. The more students hear themselves say the right answer, the more they are willing to answer a question. Question 3. The information I will most likely implement in my teaching will be the positive atmosphere in the classroom. I don't want my students to feel as they can't answer freely in class. I will not tolerate a class that makes fun of each other for students not knowing the answer. They're all there to learn and no one will make jokes about it. Personal reflection. The no opt-out policy is essential in any classroom. Students who usually wouldn't answer are more likely to enjoy class if they are engaged. As stated on page 90, no opt-out can help ensure all students take the responsibility for learning the material. It turns the I don't know students into raise their hand first students. These are my references. Thank you.